it's not kind of the way you described it as like a ripple effect. It's more of like it's the way your body responds to that particular stimuli. And it's actually like the ultimate form of mindfulness. You can't think of anything else when you're orgasming, right? So it's like you have this moment of clarity and everything. You are very present in that moment. And so people will feel different stimulations depending on, how their sensor, their nerves are, their sensations are, and things like that.
This is perhaps a good time to mention dopamine. We've talked about it a few times. Earlier when talking about the arousal arc that starts with parasympathetic, sort of calm, and then typically starts as calm and then moves to the orgasm response. We know that the orgasm response is associated with release of dopamine and then prolactin, which sets up the relative or absolute refractory period. The interesting thing, and I got some questions about this, is that there's literature, as I understand, about the elevation in dopamine caused by, say, antidepressants like Wellbutrin, bupropion, which increases dopamine and norepinephrine. People who recreationally use drugs like cocaine or other stimulants. People who take Adderall, Vyvanse, or other drugs that increase levels of dopamine, because I did a whole episode about those drugs, and they are different forms of amphetamine, unless we're talking about Ritalin, which is a little bit different. And I got a lot of questions about people who experience feeling a lot of desire, sort of arousal, but not being able to achieve the physical arousal, erection or vaginal lubrication. So it's almost as if they're sitting further along that arousal arc. Hence the importance, I think, of people learning to have calm states of mind when going into sexual interactions. Now, I realize that in saying that, it might be confusing because a lot of people think, well, that's anything but calm, right? Sexual arousal is anything but calm, but maintaining enough calm that they can ride that arc for whatever duration is appropriate for that interaction in them, right? Because again, and we should probably get back to this, some people will have sex for long periods of time, some for shorter periods of time, and here people don't really know what other people are doing, except by way of pornography and self-report and discussion.